That's what the mask is. That's the point of what the mask is. Okay. We're done with this segment. Hey guys, Fnaf22 here with another video, and in today's video, I'm here with, first off, a brand new webcam. Hello everybody, and this is kind of a new form of filming. I decided to get a webcam, and I think it is pretty nice, so I'll be splicing in clips of what I'm talking about, as well as showing my face for you guys, because, like, why not? You know, this is what the point of the mask is. But in today's video, we are going to be giving my spoiler review on the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. This movie was absolutely amazing. I loved it. There was parts I didn't like as much. There was some things I thought were kind of We're going to talk about everything in today's video. We got there to the movie. The movie theater was packed. I didn't really get any clips in the actual movie theater. I didn't record very much besides that little intro you guys saw at the beginning. But everybody was here in my theater for the FNAF 2 movie, which is absolutely crazy. But of course, super hyped. Gotta love to see the community. A lot of people love the Chica onesie. What can I say? I looked fly. But this movie was actually peak cinema. In my opinion, it was a lot better than the first one, because this one was definitely made for FNAF fans. The other one was kind of like for FNAF fans, but they're trying to mix in some other like fans, like new people coming into the franchise. No, this was made for FNAF fans. A lot of stuff in this movie, a lot of references, Easter eggs, parts of the actual story were literally shown just to be made for FNAF fans. Like, I was like watching this and I'm like, oh my god, I completely understand everything, because it's trying to adapt more to the lore of the actual games and then also continue creating the lore of this movie franchise. I absolutely loved it. I think it was so good. I think there was so many great scenes, so many great cinematography, a lot more scarier, definitely a lot more jump scares in this movie, which is really good, because I know a lot of FNAF fans really wanted that. But let's just talk about some of the things I really did like about this movie. I thought the story was not bad. I think there are some parts of it that were kind of like I said, spoilers at the beginning, but Michael Afton shows up in this movie. He is like the main antagonist of this movie, and he doesn't really play like he does in the games. Now, I know Michael Afton has never really been a good guy. I mean, he literally got his little brother's head chomped off, but at the same time, he kind of turns good towards the end in Sister Location. You know, he doesn't want to continue his dad's legacy. He wants to kind of end his dad's legacy, and in this movie, he wants to continue the legacy, and he's more of like the second William Afton, and I think it's all right. He's definitely controlling the animatronics, but nothing too crazy. I do think that for what the story was, it was pretty good. I really liked all the props, obviously. No matter how you feel about this movie, you can't lie. All the props were amazing. The animatronics look so perfect. They literally look like they're ripped straight out of the game. Like, you can never compete with Jim Henson's Creature Shop. They do an amazing job every single time. Every animatronic looked amazing. All the props looked amazing. I love the little Freddy Fazbear plush that goes hor. Everything was great about the props in this movie. Of course, the cast is really well. Love Matthew Lillard, love Josh Hutcherson. Piper Rubio, who plays Abby, does a really great job as well. A lot of the cast in this movie was amazing. It was cool to see Skeet, and he was spitting some bars just like Henry Emily does in the actual movie. It was just amazing. Now let's back up a bit. Let's talk about the actual story itself. So this story goes back, and at the very beginning we see flashbacks back to when FNAF 2 was made, which, of course, just like in the games, FNAF 2 is a prequel, so it takes place before the first game, and they do the same thing here in that movie. But it pretty much shows us Charlotte, or Charlie, whatever you want to call her, Henry's daughter, getting murdered by William Afton and falling into the arms of the puppet, which is the character she possesses in the video games. Such peak cinematography. It was really cool. I was really hoping we'd get the actual scene from the game, but no, they kind of made their own scene, but no big deal. Either way, it still makes the same sense, still adds the same lore to the franchise, and yeah, so I thought it was really cool. But then when we get back to present time, Abby really wants to go back. She really wants to fix her quote-unquote friends, which are the original FNAF 1 animatronics. But of course, Mike does not want to take her back. He does not want to go back there. He does not want to do it. But on top of this, Mike and Vanessa are also trying to work on making a relationship. But Vanessa's having a lot of past and nightmares and trauma from the situation in the first movie, which totally makes sense. Her father's like a serial killer that killed children. Like, I understand. But at the same time, that's kind of like what the plot is. And then some people go back to the FNAF 2 2 building, and pretty much what ends up happening is one of the characters, I think it's actually McKenna Grace, the girl from Young Sheldon, she actually lets the puppet go. She lets the spirit out of the box. She turns off the music, so you know what that means in FNAF 2. When you turn off that puppet music, you're cooked. So yeah, she turns the music off, puppet gets free, and now Charlotte, I keep wanting to call her Charlie for some reason, Charlotte wants to come out and she wants to end all the parents that didn't save them, the parents that didn't care at the beginning of the movie when she's trying to warn them, hey, this guy's taking kids in the back office, these parents did not care, and she is fed up with parents. So she goes on her mission to let the animatronics free from the building to go cause chaos on the town and kill every single people's parent. It's low-key really, really cool. I really like the story beat. The puppet, she's a hurt soul, obviously, and it is kind of weird because normally in the games, she's wanting to bring these people up, but I understand with the way they're connecting the story dots in this movie, it makes sense why she's upset and why she's coming after all these innocent parents. So yeah, pretty much Abby goes back and she wants the FNAF animatronics back. She wants her babies back. She wants her friends back, and what happens is she ends up running into the FNAF 2 animatronics, not knowing it was a whole separate building, and she runs into Toy Chica, which is obviously voiced by Megan Fox.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Now, here's my standard on Megan Fox. It was better than Mortal Kombat because she did awful as Natara in Mortal Kombat. It wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it wasn't amazing. I feel like they could have found someone else to do it. Like the girl who originally voiced Toy Chica in the games would have did a lot better job. I would say her voice acting in this movie was mid. I wouldn't say it was amazing. I wouldn't say it was awful. She does talk a lot. She has like a very big part of this movie, which is really, really weird because supposedly Abby has a really big connection to Chica, and I haven't seen the first movie in a really long time. I've seen it like 6 times when it first came out. I haven't watched it since then, so I don't really remember if she had that connection with Chica in the original movie, but in this movie she really likes Chica, and I'm sure it's just because Megan Fox is such a big actress and they want her to play a huge part in the movie. Totally understandable. But MatPat and Kellen Goff killed it as Toy Freddy. Kellen Goff is the GOAT of Five Nights at Freddy's. He's voiced so many different characters in the franchise. No need to talk about him. He did an amazing job. MatPat as Toy Bonnie was a little weird. At first, I really didn't like it because he has more of a high-pitched, like, squeaky type voice. He doesn't sound like MatPat at all. He sounds like some random voice actor they found off the street. He does not sound like MatPat. Like, if you didn't tell me that MatPat was voicing Toy Bonnie, I would have no idea they were the same person. But I do think it kind of fits for Toy Bonnie's character. I think it's weird for a MatPat voice, but I do definitely think it fits for Toy Bonnie's character. Plus, it sounds very similar to the, oh no, that's just Freddy video from a long time ago. So, can't complain. It was pretty good. It was pretty. So yeah, pretty much all the animatronics escape, and of course I'm giving you just a watered down like version of the story. I would definitely go watch it yourself if you haven't just yet. But all of them escape. They go to wreak havoc. Eventually Vanessa and Mike were able to stop them. Mike runs into the withered animatronics who really didn't have a lot of screen time in this movie, which is very, very sad because I really do like their designs. I think they look amazing, especially like withered Chica and withered Bonnie looked great. But eventually they get shut down. They go to the toy animatronics. They shut those guys down too, and then Michael Afton reveals himself to be the big main antagonist of this movie, talking about how he wants to go back, he wants to continue their father's legacy, and yeah, whatever. He gets clotheslined pretty much, and then it shows that he does escape, so nothing too crazy with him. I'm sure he will come back in the next movie as another main antagonist, because they're definitely making a third movie. We'll talk about the post-credit scene here shortly, but yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a bad story. I do think it could have been longer. We did know that this movie was like 10 to 15 minutes shorter than the first one was, which is really weird because you have to add a lot more characters in for FNAF 2 because FNAF 2 is like doubled the roster in the first game, if not tripled. Like, there's a lot of animatronics in FNAF 2, and for this movie to be shorter than the first one was really weird. I thought the way they ended it was really weird. You know, it's like all feel-good moment, but then Mike pretty much turns at Vanessa and is like, hey, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. You're a liar. You don't tell me this. Like, don't talk to me again. And him and Abby just leave, and Vanessa's like, oh, well, crap, I'm alone now, like, this sucks. And then she gets possessed by the puppet, and her eyes go, like, all puppified, and that's it. That's where they end the movie. I was very, very shocked on how they ended the movie. I'm like, what? I'm like, no way, there must be more. No, they just end it like that. End it right on a cliffhanger with the puppet literally possessing Vanessa's body, and that's it. And Mike doesn't want to be with her anymore. I was very surprised. I really thought it would end in like, oh, I love you, Mike, blah, 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 blah. No, it did not. They did not care. But I do think the movie was really, really good. I might be skipping a few things. Like I said, I did watch this last night, and I'm recording this the next morning for you guys. So I might be missing a few key elements, but pretty much that's the watered down version of the story. I thought it was cinema. I thought it was really, really good. I really did like it. Some of the other things I really did like, besides like the props and some of the story bits and all that good stuff, love the Easter eggs. I love the references. I love how we see like Shadow Bonnie in a split second frame. He looks so, so cool, and I literally called that Easter egg. I love that we see a Candy the Cat arcade machine. I love that they're showing love to the Fazbear fanverse. I thought some of the Easter eggs were really, really cool. I love that during the Charlotte scene, like we talked about in another video, when she's lifting those boys up, it just calls back so perfectly to Henry's end speech in FNAF 6 when he talks about, like, you know, nobody was there to lift you in their arms like you did to them, and those parents didn't listen. Peak cinema. I love how they adapted that. I don't even know if they did that one on purpose. Either way, still turned out really great, really, really good. I love the movie. I honestly think it was a great adaptation, and I think they could just go further and further with this franchise, and I would love to see what the next movie looks like. One other cameo I want to talk about is a Circus Baby cameo from Sister Location. Like, what? I did not think we'd get a Sister Location cameo at all, because I thought we'd get 3 movies and that's it. We would get nothing past those 3 movies, past the first 3 FNAF games. No, there's a scene where child Vanessa is running from Matthew Lillard. She's trying to, you know, or William Afton. She's trying to, like, escape her dream, like, you know, trying to show that she's not afraid of him. And she goes to hide in his closet, and as she looks up, Circus freaking Baby looks down at her and, like, lights up her eyes, and she gets, like, all scared, and then Matthew Lillard catches her. It was insane. I was not expecting a Sister Location cameo or reference. I'm pretty sure they did that because I highly doubt we're gonna get like a Sister Location movie or TV series or anything like that. I would absolutely love a Sister Location like TV series or movie. I think that'd be so, so cool. Like, I would love to see that universe brought into the big screen. And with how good the first 2 movies did, I'm sure they might want to make more. But as of right now, as we know, there are only going to be 3 FNAF movies. Either way, love the cameo, love the reference. It was so peak. Now let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like as much, or some things that I thought were kind of mid. I already kind of talked about the voice acting. I talked about the runtime, obviously. I do think this movie should have been longer. It was only an hour and 44 minutes. I definitely think it should have been closer to the 2-hour mark, if not 2 hours exactly, just because I feel like they could have got more in there. Some things felt a little crammed with the runtime being a lot slower. I don't know exactly why, but I do hope for the 3rd movie they kind of up that runtime, and I kind of hope that we get more story beats. But honestly, I thought this was really, really good. I thought the lore made sense. I thought everything was connected really well. I don't really have much to say besides that. I think the movie was honestly treated very well. We got another Corey X Kenshin reference with him being in the cab, and then we see Torchica with her beak off. Yep, I mean, a little bit more gore. There's more blood than the first movie, more scares than the first movie. We see Balloon Boy get decapitated. I literally wanted to cheer in the theaters for that. I'm so happy he's dead. But yeah, nothing crazy, honestly. I really did like this movie. I think it was really, really good. I think they made the story make sense, and I'm really excited for the 3rd one. Speaking of that 3rd one, let's talk about the end credit scene. After Vanessa gets possessed by the puppet, it cuts to these guys breaking into the FNAF 2 building, talking about how they're going to steal some props for like a haunted house or something, and they need to find some stuff to take home, and because the building is going to be taken down the next day, and they find a back room. As soon as I heard them say, oh, I think I found a back room, come back here, I knew it was coming. In my prediction video, I literally talked about how we were going to get a Springtrap end credit scene. Well, guess what? It shows just the 3 guys from like this angle. You can't see anything else. They're like, oh man, what is that? I think it's a real one. The one dude covers him with the tarp, and as they walk away to go get like a dolly to load him up, it pans over and you see Springtrap loaded in a tarp. He looks so, so good. Obviously, you can't see him very well because for some reason our theater decided to turn the lights on so we couldn't see, which was really dumb. But also, he's covered in a tarp, and then one of his eyes just lights up and it ends. Literally so, so cool. I'm so hyped to see Matthew Lillard as Springtrap in the next movie. I cannot wait. From what I've seen, a lot of people really did like this movie. I haven't seen much negative reviews. I think I saw like 1 2-star review on Instagram, and when I scrolled through the comments, everybody was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, this movie was peak. So I think it was really, really cool. I really did enjoy the movie, and if you can't tell, these were my thoughts exactly after the movie, for some reason in the movie theater bathroom. But this is what I exactly thought. Like, this was where my mind space was at. Dude, that was insane. Peak cinema. So So yeah, guys, in my opinion, I do think the FNAF 2 movie is worth watching. I think it's a really, really good movie. I really did like the story. I thought everything was really fun, really cool. There was a lot of things I did like. Like I said, there were some things that were okay or some things that were bad, but that's just what happens in the movie series. I think for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it did a really great job. I think it made a lot of sense for certain aspects. I really love the cameos, the references, the cinematography. Everything in this movie was really, really good. I wouldn't say it was perfect. I definitely would say it was better than the first one. I don't remember what I rated the first one, but I'm going to give this one probably like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. It was really, really good. I really did like it. I definitely will watch it again, especially for all like the little Easter eggs and cameos I would love to see. But yeah, guys, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments down below. Let me know, what did you guys think of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie? I want to hear all of your thoughts on this movie. I thought, like I said, it was really, really good. Let me know what you guys think about the new setup with the webcam, you know, splicing footage of me in and out with movie footage or game footage, whatever it may be. Decide to try it out for this video because why not? And you know, it's a pretty cool. I got a webcam, so I might as well show something, you know. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you always be notified for when I drop another video. Don't forget to check out my TikTok as well as keep an eye here on YouTube Shorts, because during that movie I decided to spend $70 to get the FNAF 2 popcorn bucket, and I definitely am going to be doing like a little skit review on this, probably on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, as well as me and my girlfriend did record some TikToks for the FNAF 2 movie, some really funny ones with our Freddy and Chica onesies that I obviously can't play here on YouTube because of copyrighted audio, but I will kind of show them on screen, you know, with no audio, but they are really, really funny, so definitely go check them out. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces. I don't really know what to do, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, deuces.